My name is Jamison Roth, and I'm the Director of Recreational Services and the General Manager of the Ice Hockey Club. And on behalf of our entire organization, we want to welcome you to the 2019-2020 Cal-U Ice Hockey Award Show.
Good afternoon, ladies. I want to congratulate each and every one of you on a great season that we just completed. Really took some great giant steps forward this past year, qualifying for the CHE playoffs and ranked number 7 out of 19 teams in our conference in the ACHA is pretty remarkable. I've said to you all for years that we're pioneers and we're growing this team, and you really proved it last year. With your performance on the ice, we played some really tough, talented teams, and we were able to compete and win quite a few of them and put ourselves in a great position to bring on some new players for next year and be even more competitive next year. I thank each and every one of you for your dedication. I want to point out a couple remarkable accomplishments this year. JAYDA MEARS, 42 goals, 15 assists in 17 games, amazing. Katie Hill, 932 save percentage. Jimmy, you may correct me on those stats, but that's what I got out of the website. With facing an amazing 737 shots on goal that led the ACHA in shots against. So let's try to get that down for next year. Lastly, I want to give a big shout to Rachel Opplinger, who played way out of her comfort zone this year and played defense and really got better and better as every game went on. It was a huge help to balancing out our bench and letting us be as competitive as we could be.
Well, going into the season, it was a big change-up for Cal-U. I mean, coming into this year, everybody knew Cal-U was play with the low numbers, and due to that, struggled to coming out on top of the big games. But the combination of 6 returning players and 5 incoming players, you start to see changes started to happen as the season went along. Winning became part of the game. Even if we did lose, it was only by a goal or 2, and that gap kept getting smaller and smaller. Basically, to recap the season with some of the games, I mean, some of the highlights. Big win in the first game of the season against Delaware. Positive vibe on the bench quickly. Went away in the next 2 games where we struggled and lost by a goal in both the next 2 games against Buffalo and Navy. But coming out throughout the second half of the semester, things were a lot stronger. Finish up the 2 wins in New York, and then the showcase following up with a tie with Ohio State to finish off the semester. Looking really good for the season. On to the playoffs is a tight battle against Navy, but it ended our season in double overtime. I think the team worked extremely hard. The last 3 teams were tough opponents, but they had full rosters. We just didn't have the depth on our bench to keep up with them this year. But as Gary pointed out, hopefully next year with the new recruits coming in, we can rectify that next year.
Okay, on to the team awards as voted on by the coaches and players. First award we're going to give out is the team MVP, and that goes to Katie Hill. As I said earlier, Katie Hill has had a remarkable season, was a huge factor in us staying close in games. The amount of shots she faced this season was outstanding, and a double overtime game against Navy in the playoffs could have went anyway. Either team's way at that point would have been remarkable for us to win, but congratulations, Katie.
Our next award is our Defensive MVP award, and it's going to go to Morgan Gluckel. Morgan, on top of all of our other duties of the team as the captain, everything really stepped up and played very well defensively for us. Was kind of a shoulder whenever she was out there with Rachel, as always picking up Rachel and still being within the play and to help out all areas of the defensive zone, as well as shipping in offensively when she could. Congratulations, Morgan.
Okay, our third team award is as voted on by the players and coaches. I'm very happy. This is the Unsung Hero Award, and the person that won it is very deserving of this. Mira Rowland. She came up with some very clutch goals during the season. She was a huge spark offensively, probably the fastest player in the ACHA, and an amazing addition to our team. It's hard to follow behind Jayda in all her statistics, but Mira, you did a wonderful job, and really pleased that your teammates recognize that, and wish you all the best for next season.
Our next award, we have the second team ACHA award, and that goes to JAYDA MEARS. Again, we can't speak enough about JAYDA and her offensive accomplishments this year. Very remarkable as far as the number of goals that she was able to put up in the small amount of games that we have played. So congratulations, JAYDA, and hopefully you can bring that again next year. We're going to need some goals.
Okay, I do want to recognize one senior or quasi-senior, Rachel Opplinger, who was supposed to graduate in December, but because she enjoyed the hockey and loved the teammates in the game, she stuck around for an extra semester and took a couple credits so she could be with us and graduate a little later. She was a total inspiration to watch her play. She's someone who's newer to the game, but you can tell she loves the game. She studies it. She listens when she's coached, and you see her working on her individual skills anytime we had free time in practice. So I wish her the best in her new as she graduates and moves on in her life, and hope she'll come back and see us. Ladies, I want to hope that you're all staying inside, being safe, but I do want you to make sure you're working on conditioning. I know Morgan's been out running almost every single day. We're expecting big things for next year. As I mentioned earlier, we've got some new additions to our team. Hopes are rising. Competition's going to rise. We're going to be playing tougher opponents. And as well, our expectation of you is going to be greater. So let's all enjoy the summer, finish our finals, get to the summer, have a good time, but be ready to come play, because we're going to have a great season next year.
Again, I agree with Gary here. Let's get through the summer here and get through the current situation that we're all in, and hopefully enjoy ourselves a little bit, have some little downtime, but then come back in the fall ready to play.
I just wanted to first and foremost thank everybody who contributes to making this program successful. Obviously, everyone at the university, SAI, President Jones, Dr. Pernardi, and Brenda DePaoli for their support, especially through the playoffs this year, and all through the year. Obviously, our general manager, Jameson Roth, who loves this program and the university more than anyone. I can't thank him enough for everything that he does to make our jobs easy and make everything run smoothly. Obviously, I'd like to thank my assistant coach, Pat Canny, for all his time away from his family, all his efforts this year, for challenging me, for making me a better coach, and for making our team successful. I can't count all the ways that he helps make this team a success. Obviously, our equipment guys, Kyle and Taylor, who without them, they make this thing run professionally, and I don't know that they ever get enough thanks. But as far as I'm concerned, I can't thank them enough for what they do, and how the way they treat our players. Obviously, the last people to thank are the parents and the players. Without the parents' support, trusting us with their kids, and believing in us and our university, none of this would happen. So we're very grateful and thankful for that.
This year, I know Jason summed it up pretty well. There were some ups and downs, but I think, and I told this to the boys at the end of the year, if you had told me in December that this team would win a CHE championship and then take us back to regionals, I would have laughed in your face. I would say there's no way it can happen. The second half of the season was really special. We really came together as a family, sometimes dysfunctional, but a family nonetheless. Around here, I think sometimes take championships for granted. And there is a lot of hard work that has to go into take a championship, especially year after year, because, you got a target on your back.
So we give out 3 team awards every year. The first one up this year was our team MVP. I think there was quite a few guys who qualified for this. The players vote on them, and so this year our team MVP is our captain, Mike FAHRINGER. Mike was so valuable to our team in many ways, obviously on the ice and his offensive output. But this year more than ever, Mike was more valuable to our team than any year that he's been here, as far as I'm concerned.
So this award is very deserving by Mike. I thank him for his years. I wish he had more. Maybe he'd come back and be a doctor or something. But he made his mark on Cal U. So Mike, very much appreciate that. Thank you. And I think you're going to do great things.
Our second award is a defensive MVP. This player, he really did a great job all year. The way he played for us on the ice was invaluable to us. Put up a lot of points for us. Was very sound defensively. Was a leadership of our D-corps. The winner of our defensive MVP is David DALCORTIvo. And like I said, he took on a leadership role this year. Really developed into it, especially through the second half of the year.
So Dave, like I said, you were absolutely a joy to coach this year. You brought a lot to the bench. You're going to be a great coach one day. I don't doubt it in the least. And I think if you bring that mindset and that stability you did this year, you're just going to be a wonderful coach.
Our last award is the Unsung Hero Award. This was the closest vote out of all of them. The players, I think, had a few guys in mind that were very deserving. But our unsung hero of this year is Perry SHIRING. And Perry, he was huge for us all year long, and maybe not always getting the highest credit, but he came up huge for us, scored big goals for us, played in different roles that we asked him through this year.
The one thing I was really happy to see at the end of the year was he brought a level of physicality back to his game. And he started, especially toward the, in the regionals, started hitting and realizing that he could bring that into his game because he's a very good temper. So when I heard that award and Perry got it, I said, yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Once again, really happy to have him back for another year. I think he's going to do great things and very excited about that.
We also wanted to honor our seniors this year, like we do every year. We have 4 guys who are graduating, and we want to do our best to honor them as best we can and thank them for everything they've done for us. We have the 4 guys. I'm going to take 2 of the guys, and Pat will talk about the other 2. The first guy I'm going to talk about is Mike FAHRINGER. Again, he was our captain this year. Michael has come such a long way from when he first got here, from a guy who, as a freshman who came in and was very skilled, but had a lot to learn about college hockey and a lot of maturity to do. And, by the time he was done here, he was one of the best captains that I've ever had, whether it was with other universities or here at Cal. The other guy I want to talk about is Dave DALCORTIvo. Dave transferred in here a couple of years ago and just finished his second year with us. I think it was kind of a roller coaster ride for Dave when he got here. He obviously has high expectations for himself, and that draws into high expectations for his teammates, for the club, for the team as a whole, for the coaching staff. And I got to thank Dave a lot for pushing me as a coach, challenging me. Obviously, we've had our battles and our bumps and bruises along the way, but after that last game in regionals and after the second half of the year, I gave him a big hug and I thanked him for his support, for making me a better coach, for helping our team in many ways, for leading, for teaching, and for being a good representative of our program and for helping us be successful these past years.
Another one of our graduating seniors is Chris SIAK, more affectionately known as SIAK. Chris is a unique talent. I remember 15 years ago, it seems like when we got him, he committed to Cal U. And the first time he came on the ice, I was like, this guy's just different. I mean, the way he can play, he can take over a game. And we've seen that a bunch of times. In fact, his biggest detriment is the fact that he always wants to take over a game. And sometimes he needs to sit down occasionally. But With that being said, you don't see players that bring a level of physicality and just an absolute scoring threat from anywhere on the ice. Chris just elevates his game. Like I said, the guy's absolutely a unique talent. He's the son I never really wanted. But I do. I love the kid. I was so happy to see him come back and play. The second player is Zach Douche, or Dush, whatever you want to pronounce it. Zach is a transfer. He came to us. At the beginning, I kind of scratched my head and was like, I don't know how this guy necessarily going to fit in with us. And he fit in great. I will tell you that in my 15 years here, Zach has been one of the most improved players I've ever coached. At the beginning, sometimes he barely cracked the lineup. And at the end of his career, these last couple of games, I didn't want to take the kid off the ice. He killed penalties for us. He played huge minutes for us. He blocked shots and really did whatever it needed to take to help us win games. And, we always say, doing the hard things. And Zach did the hard things. He'd go in corners and battle. He played a gritty game. And a lot of times that's what we needed to do to win. And Zach filled that need.
A couple more awards that were well deserved this year that I definitely wanted to mention. They are the ACHA awards. Obviously, the ACHA in every region does first, second, and third team. And we were very fortunate to have two guys, second team All-Atlantic region. Both guys are very well deserved. Obviously, they made their mark in our games throughout the region and were noticed by every team, every coach that we played. And again, this is voted on by coaches throughout the region. And so the first guy is as defenseman, David DALCORTIvo. Again, I've talked a lot about Dave today. He's been such a huge part of our success. And, it's well deserved. I felt like these guys could have even been ranked a little higher. The second player was Chris SIAK. Chris did so much for our team. Obviously, won us a championship, CHE championship in overtime. Quickly in closing, again, we're very hope that everyone enjoys the video. We look forward to upcoming seasons. But again, this is to kind of look back on this past year. And again, I want to thank the parents, most importantly, and the players, most of all. It's a very special group. It was a very emotional year at the end, especially for me, to win that championship. I wanted success for these guys. You grow to love them throughout the year. And obviously there's times where there's struggles, but in the end, it was one team goal, one goal. For me as a coach, and to see them succeed is the most important thing to me. And to have a successful season end the way it did, looking back on it, we feel like it was a great success, and we represented our university well.
It's now time to present our 2019-2020 academic awards. Here to present these awards is our university advisor and executive staff assistant for student affairs, Brenda DePaoli.
Thank you, Jameson. Our number one goal for Cal U hockey is for our players to complete their degrees and move into the world prepared for the next stages in their lives. It is my honor to recognize the following students for their abilities to balance their time on the ice along with academic excellence in the classroom. These students exemplify what it means to be a true student athlete. We believe this year's winners are a perfect example of that balance and what it takes to succeed on, and most importantly, off the ice. Congratulations to Emery Anden from our men's team and JAYDA MEARS from our women's team, winners of the 2019-2020 Cal U Hockey Club Academic Awards. Congratulations, Emery and JAYDA.
We would also like to recognize our American Collegiate Hockey Association's Academic All-Americans, where juniors and seniors have excelled in the classroom and are being honored by the ACHA on a national level. For our men's team, Emery Anden and Connor Gorsick, and our women's team, Morgan Gleckel, JAYDA MEARS, and Mira Rowland. Congratulations, Emery, Connor, Morgan, Jayda, and Mira. Well done. Brenda and I would also like to recognize one particular student who will be taking home 2 prestigious awards for her on and off ice contributions to the club. This student was recently named the 2019-2020 Off-Ice MVP by the ACHA Women's Division II Awards Committee for her dedication over the past year to ensuring our club was able to operate efficiently and effectively in order to provide all of our students the opportunity to play the game they love. Becoming the first female president in club history, she was able to balance her classes, her ice hockey commitments, and her volunteer activities to lead this club to one of the most successful seasons in recent years. Congratulations, Morgan Gleckel, and thank you for your service to the Cal U Ice Hockey Club.
For our last award, we would like to recognize Morgan Gleckel once again as the winner of the 2019-2020 Cal U Sports Club Student Athlete of the Year Award. Morgan was chosen by a committee outside of Cal U hockey because she has stepped up in her role far and above all other club presidents. Morgan not only excels on ice, but off ice academically and through diligently working for our club, as well as through her work as a student government senator and in her academic major with her many service and volunteer commitments on campus and in the surrounding community. To say she leads by example is an understatement. She takes her responsibilities more seriously than any others, and when you ask her to take care of something, she does it without any indication of hesitation or dissent, while also providing respectful input and suggestions. Morgan is very proactive with the needs of the club and is always responsive to Jameson and I, as well as her teammates, club members, and coaches. Morgan is quiet and unassuming, but she just gets the job done. I am proud to have nominated Morgan for this award, and also very proud to know such an outstanding student athlete and club leader. Congratulations, and thank you, Morgan. In closing, on behalf of Jameson, your coaches, our hockey support staff, and all of us at the university, we applaud your accomplishments this year. And while this is not the typical annual hockey banquet and award ceremony that we are all used to, or that any of us expected, nothing can take away from your outstanding on and off ice achievements this year. Please know that we are here for you this summer and beyond as we navigate the challenges facing all sports clubs and universities in the near future. But please also know that Cal U hockey will continue thanks to the dedication and commitment from you, our coaches, and our Cal U staff. Please reach out to us if you have questions or need assistance, and also just to let us know how you're getting along. We are just an email away. Good luck to our seniors, and congratulations to our award winners and to all of Cal U hockey. Stay well.